What's up guys? Today I've got a different kind of video for you. Today you're going to be looking at a creation I built using only the parts from the Nexo The Three Brothers set. Cue dramatic unveiling. And I give you Derp-E Bot. Derp-E Bot. I called him this because of the size difference between his legs and his arms. He's got these huge honkin' elephant legs and these little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. The reason for this is that the feet actually started out to be engines. When I began building, I came up with this design and I thought it would look great as the engines for a speeder, which then turned into the engines for a pod racer, but then it went back to a speeder. I designed these to connect the engine to like the cockpit of the speeder, but after doing so, I set them upright so they wouldn't fall over, and I thought, hey, these look a ton like legs. I can make a mech out of this. Now I was concerned because I'd already used most of the useful parts of the set, and then my eyes landed on these clips, and there's a total of 6 of them, and I thought in my head, I could make this work. Now the connection point for the arms to the rest of the robot's actually what took me the longest to build, because everything else flowed pretty easily. In the very end, I threw on these little ice things to give it some Nexo pizzazz. I also designed a small arm cannon for Derp-E, which you can use to chase off Axel. But to be fair, Axel never really had much of a chance, because I used the pieces that made up his weapons elsewhere in the build. To accompany Derp-E Bot, I also built this platform with some of the remaining pieces. This has a ladder and this mechanical arm to do repairs and completely purposeless fire. As a final addition to the build is this little random car driven by a maniac rock monster. I really just built this to utilize some of the parts that never found a place in the rest of the build, such as the tires, shield, gloves, and the rock monster's head. The car just sits back here on the platform. And now I just want to take a moment to show you a little bit more about the platform. So this ladder can turn a full 360 degrees. It's held in place by using this neat Technic and cheese float mechanism down on the bottom. It's funny, the ladder cannot actually reach the same height as the robot, so it kind of has to bend backward to meet it. I think the mechanical arm turned out pretty great. It's surprisingly sturdy for how few pieces were used on it. It has quite a wide variety of movements. It can go side to side, and the bunch of different connection points allows for a lot of different positions. And these are the few pieces that didn't make into the build, the sad leftovers who never got their claim to fame. Thanks for watching that video, guys. I hope you liked it. Comment below with any recommendations for other sets you think I should do alternate builds for, and be sure to subscribe to my channel, as next week I'll be posting an instructional video on how to build Derp-E Bot.